कमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथनीतं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्याय गौरत्वैषे नमो नमो ब्रह्मण्यदेवाय गोब्राह्मणिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्ण गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्वैषे नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय हेमावदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय श्री चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमः चैतन्य चंद्राय नमः। I am very happy to meet you all here. You are very inquisitive to hear Mass Krishna Katha, Nectarian Katha. You have developed some inquisitiveness. So you have come here and you have given us aid. The world in which we are is called material world. And this material world is a miserable place, Dukhalayam. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosan darsanam. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has said this thing. Have you, most of you, I think, know Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Huh? You know Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Huh? You know it? Little bit. What is that? What do you know about it? Huh? Krishna's Leela. That's the words of Krishna. What Krishna has said. Do you understand? That is Bhagavad Gita. Those words directly have come out from the lips of Krishna. Huh? What's your name, please? Raj, Mr. Raj. So, you know Krishna? You don't know him. Huh? And how to say that Bhagavad Gita is Krishna Lila? Huh? How to say it? Tell. Huh? You have read Bhagavad Gita. Huh? And you find this name Krishna is there. Huh? And who is he? Who is Krishna? What is said there in Bhagavad Gita? Huh? He is God, Supreme Lord. So I say, who is Krishna? Then he says that thing. Yes, he is Supreme Lord. Huh? How to say that, I don't know. Do you understand, Mr. Ras? Yes, that's what Krishna is Supreme Lord. Krishna is Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Supreme Lord. Huh? And what is the necessity of to know him, to understand him? Huh? What is the necessity? Why shall you try to understand him and know him? Is he really doing something for us? Huh? Mr. Ras? Something, not everything. Huh? Huh? Yes? He's doing everything. How do you know that he's doing everything? Huh?
He said it.
He said, and you believe him. Huh? You believe him. Huh? Why shall we believe him? Hmm? Why shall we believe him? You believe everybody or only you believe Krishna? Huh? Mr. Ras? Huh? Only in Krishna. You don't believe anybody else. Huh? Yes? Tell me. What you said? Repeat it. Huh?
He believes in Krishna. He believes in Krishna.
I said, why you believe in Krishna? Only in Krishna, not with anybody else. Huh? Huh? That's the question. That is the question. Huh? Do you believe him? Huh? You don't believe him? Huh? Yes? Sadgati Pradata Krishna Karaho Vishwasa. If you really believe somebody or put faith in somebody, put faith, complete faith in Krishna. Do you understand? That Shastra says. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tasma Shastra Pramanam Karja Karja Vyavasthito. Huh? You should read Bhagavad Gita. Have you gotten Bhagavad Gita? We have this Bhagavad Gita here. You have gotten this book? You have gotten. So read it daily, regularly. You follow? These are the direct words of Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So you should read it. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tasma Shastra Pramanam Karja Karja Vyavasthito. What is to be done, what is not to be done? How can we determine? How can we determine what is to be done or what is not to be done? Huh? Huh? Tell me, Mr. Ras. Huh? You know?
What is to be done is that we should surrender to Krishna ultimately. We should always surrender.
You read Bhagavad Gita, I think. Huh? Isn't it? You are devotee of Krishna. What's your name?
Bhakta Arjuna.
Arjuna is the devotee of Krishna. Krishna was Partha Sarathi. Krishna drove the chariot of Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So you have such name. You must justify your name. You should become a dear devotee of Krishna. Do you understand? Then your name is justified. So are you reading Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
So I quoted this verse. Tasma Shastra Pramanam Karja Karja Vyavasthito. What Shastra has said. Huh? Do you understand? According to Shastric evidences, one should determine what is to be done, what is not to be done. Do you follow, Arjuna? Huh? What Shastra has said. So, if I say Shastra, do you understand what is Shastra? What is that Shastra? Huh?
Scripture.
Scripture.
Shastra.
What sort of scripture it is? Is it a fictitious story? Huh?
The word of God.
Shastra is Vedic literature. Do you follow? Veda? Huh? Mr. Arjuna, don't you know Veda? Huh?
Better.
Veda. It's Vedic literature. That's Shastra. Do you follow? Those books written and speak up about Veda and Vedic truth, there's a Shastra. There are 4 Vedas, Ruk, Sama, Joju, Atharva, 4 Vedas, and Mahabharata, Mula Ramayana, written by Valmiki. Do you follow? And Bhagavata, 18 Puranas are there, written by Vyasdev. Bhagavata Mahapuran, the chief of all Vedic literature. Upanishads are there, Sangitas are there. These are called Vedic literature. And this Bhagavad Gita is also Upanishad. Upanishads are the topmost portion of Veda. And Vedas come out from the breathing of the Lord. That's Veda. And Bhagavad Gita has come out directly from the lips of the Lord. This is Upanishad. Chief of the Upanishads is Gita Upanishad. Direct words. Do you follow? So what this Shastra say, this Vedic literature say, we should accordingly determine what is to be done, what is not to be done. Tasma Shastra Pramanam Karja Karja Vyavasthito. Do you follow? But here, I say in this material world, the world in which we are now, this is illusory world, the manifestations of the illusory energy of the Lord. Do you follow? That is a Maya Shakti, illusory energy. Maya Shakti. And what is the activity of Maya Shakti?
Delude us.
It creates delusions. It creates bewilderment. Do you understand? It presents things in such a way that you will accept the real as unreal, unreal as real. Do you follow? Distress as happiness, happiness as distress. False as truth, truth as false. Do you understand? Shelter as not shelter, and not shelter as shelter. This is Maya's activity and Maya's bewilderment. Do you follow? And those who are here in this matter, they are all captured by Maya, illusory energy. So they are all bewildered, confused, deluded. They accept the real as unreal and unreal as real. Truth as untruth and truth as truth. Happiness as distress and distress as happiness. Shelter as not shelter and not shelter as shelter. Do you understand? Do you know Mahabharata? This famous TV is there, Mahabharata TV. Throughout the world it is shown. Have you not seen?
Very good. Very little.
Little. You have heard it? The stories of Mahabharata? Yes. When your name is Arjuna, then this battlefield, that Kurukshetra battle, the all description there in Mahabharata, in Bhishma Parva. Now you should know it. Now, why do you say your name is Arjuna? Name is Padmalochan, but person is blind. Then what is value of such name? Huh? Do you follow my words? The person's name is Padmalochan, lotus eye. But person is blind. But possessing this name, Padmalochan. What is the value of such name?
When I introduce myself, people ask me questions about Krishna, so that's about him in that way.
Yes, you have gotten this such name, Arjuna. And you should know it, Mahabharata. You know Duryodhana in Mahabharata? Duryodhana. Huh? Don't know. Dhritarashtra.
Yes.
This name is here. Huh? In Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra, the king, is blind, born blind. His eldest son is Duryodhana. Do you understand? Eldest son. He had 100 sons. And eldest one is Duryodhana. Huh? And do you know Pandavas?
Jesus did.
Huh?
Jesus did it.
Yes. How many are they? There are five. Five brothers. They are the sons of Pandu. So they are known as Pandavas. Who are they? Five sons. Five brothers.
Bhima,
First is Yudhishthir. Second one is Bhima. Yes. Third one is Arjuna. Then Nakula and Sahadev. These five brothers. They are known as Pandavas. Do you understand? And eldest one is Yudhishthir. Huh? Do you follow? Hmm. So Duryodhana fought against them. Do you follow? His all brothers and all his friends. That is battlefield of Kurukshetra. Huh? Battlefield, Kurukshetra battle. And in the side of Arjuna, Pandavas, Krishna was there. Do you understand? Why Krishna took up their side? Hmm?
they were devotees of Krishna.
Huh?
They're Vaishnavas, they were devotees of Krishna.
Pandavas were their devotees of Krishna. Do you understand? Therefore, Krishna accepted their side. And these are Duryodhana's side, they are not devotees. That is Kurukshetra, battle. Huh? And in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, this Bhagavad Gita was told. Krishna told this to Arjuna. Do you understand? Why told this thing?
The benefit of all souls everywhere.
For the benefit of the whole mankind. Do you understand? He gave his instructions through Arjuna to the whole mankind. All mankind. Do you understand? Why he gave this? Why he gave his message? Huh?
To liberate all souls from material bondage.
Sruhudam sarvabhutanang. He is the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. That he has said in Bhagavad Gita. I am the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. That's Krishna. Huh? Nobody is our well-wishing friend. Do you understand, Mr. Ras? The only well-wishing friend is Bhagavan, his Supreme Lord, and the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. Huh? That he said. So, he gave his message. And he knows he is the creator, he is the origin. Aham sarvasya prabhava bhatta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mang buddha bhava samannita. That he has said in this Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Aham sarvasya prabhava mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mang buddha bhava samannita. I am the source of all emanations. Everything has emanated from me. Huh? So he is original. In other words, everything is related to him. Everybody, everything is related to him. Isn't it? Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartati. Iti matva bhajante mang buddha bhava. Those are Buddha. Those are real learned persons, pandits. Those who know this thing, they do my bhajan. Bhajan means, do you know what you mean by bhajan?
Remembering Krishna, devotional service.
Yes. To serve him. Hearing, chanting, remembering. Do you understand? Offering service, that is bhajan, offering service. Huh? Chant the name, glorification of the Lord, remember and hear about him. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Bandhanam, Archanam. Huh? That is bhajan. They do my bhajan with that mood. What is the mood? Bhava samannita. Bhav means mood. What is the mood? Huh?
Loving surrender.
Yes, loving mood. That is loving mood. Yes. Because he is the source of all emanations. Everything has emanated from him. In other words, we say he is only relationship. He is the chief relationship. Isn't it? Everything belongs to him. Huh? Everything belongs to him. Have you any belongings, Mr. Arjuna?
I'm looking after things with Krishna.
Huh?
I'm looking after some things for Krishna.
No, my question is, have you any belongings?
Leading, yes.
Huh? Little. What is that?
Books, furniture.
Furniture. This table, bench.
Yeah, that's.
That belongs to you. Huh?
It belongs to Krishna, really. But
Then why do you say me? Really it belongs to Krishna. Huh? Nothing belongs to you. Do you belong to yourself? Does this body belong to you?
no, it's Krishna.
Huh?
Krishna.
Nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to Krishna. Do you understand? But I was saying that thing. Here in this material world, everybody is captured by Maya. Therefore, they never said this thing. Maya puts things in such a way. I say, the person built by Maya, captured by Maya, conditioned soul, accepts real as an unreal, unreal as real. Truth as false, falsity as truth. Distress as happiness, happiness as distress. Huh? Shelter as not shelter, not shelter as shelter. So everything belongs to Krishna. But my presence in such a way, person says, no, it belongs to me. Huh? This body is mine. This house is mine. This property is mine. Huh? Those are related to my body. That's my wife is mine. Son is mine. Daughter is mine. Friends are mine. Family members, kith and kin, they are mine. Huh? This landed property is mine. Bank balance is mine. This country is mine. Isn't it?
That's what we think.
Because really everything belongs to Krishna. Nothing belongs to you. Huh? But people say so. Why? Because they're captured by Maya. Maya presents in such a way that a conditioned soul develops such thing. I and my. Do you follow? This is bewilderment. This is bewilderment. I was telling of the story of Mahabharata. Huh? So Duryodhana, Yudhishthira Maharaj performed Rashtriya Yajna. Rashtriya Yajna means a yajna, a sacrifice that king or emperor performs is very powerful, who can conquer all, who can bring all these kings unto his subjugation. Do you understand? Only such a king or emperor can perform Rashtriya Yajna. And Yudhishthira Maharaj did it, performed it. Because he had this very, these brothers, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, so they're great warriors. Do you follow? So all subordinate kings came and submitted to him and rendered some menial service there as subordination. Talking of subordination, do you understand? Huh?
No,
You hear now?
I lost him.
You listen now? I am telling. Do you understand? Huh? All these kings of world came. He conquered them. Huh? They all accepted him as the king of the kings, emperor. So all came to that sacrificial arena, huh? Submitted to him, accepted. Hmm. Him as Rajadhiraj, king of the kings. Do you understand? And rendered some menial service there. So Duryodhana came. And there was a assembly hall. So all were assembled there in that assembly hall. And that's a wonderful assembly hall. Do you understand? It's created by illusory energy. There's a Maya Danava, a demon named Maya. Do you understand? He's very expert. He's very expert in these illusory activities. He had created, made that assembly hall. Very wonderful. Illusory or illusory. In that assembly hall, the land part seems to be water. Water part seems to be land in such assembly hall. Do you understand? Now, Duryodhana came, he entered into the land part, he thought it is water. So he just put off his clothes. And all people laughed and clapped. Oh, a blind man. He couldn't understand this land. Then he came to the water part, he thought it was land part. Then straight entered and was completely dressed. And again people laughed and clapped. This is a blind man. Why such thing happened? Huh? Why such thing happened? Why he couldn't understand? This is land and this is water.
Blind.
He is not blind, his father is blind. His father Dhritarashtra was blind. Duryodhana was not blind. But why he thought like that? This is bewilderment. Those who are captured by Maya, such bewilderment is there. You follow me? That Mahabharata teaches. This is the bewilderment of the jiva. They are captured by Maya. Here, all are captured by Maya. This bewilderment there. Everything belongs to Krishna. They say, I, mine, mine, mine. This is bewilderment. Huh? So, every step you face this bewilderment and confusion. In other words, I may say, every step you face the test. Test is test. Do you follow? How will you come out successful of the test?
Pass the test of avoiding Maya.
Huh? Yes?
To remember that which is not Maya, this tradition and transcendental.
You are captured by Maya, Baba. Do you know that is the activity of Maya? One is captured by Maya. He doesn't know what is Maya, what is Krishna, who am I? He doesn't know it. Then what to be done? Huh?
Spiritual master.
Huh?
I'm the spiritual master.
Spiritual master?
Guru.
Huh? Guru means accept Guru. Huh? Who is Guru?
One who knows what is to be done, what is not to be done, what is following Krishna.
Who?
Well,
Who is not under grip of Maya, who is not bewildered at all, any circumstances, isn't it? Who is completely free from clutches of Maya, huh? Who is always with Krishna. Do you understand? Who is completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna, huh? Who is very dear, intimate associate of Krishna. Do you understand? That is sadhu, that is Mahajana, we say. That is sadhu, Mahajana, Guru. Do you follow? Such a person. He never becomes bewildered at any circumstance. He knows this is Maya's activity. He knows Krishna, he knows Maya, he knows all Jiva, he knows everything. Do you understand? So he never becomes bewildered. And you have to go and approach him and hear from him. Otherwise, you cannot come out successful of the test, pass the test. Huh? Do you follow? So I was telling that in Mahabharata, um, Yudhishthira Maharaj was asked questions, four famous questions by Dharmapaka. Do you understand? One of the famous questions was Kapantha. What is the path? Which is the way? Which is the path we have to tread or follow? Do you follow me, Mr. Arjuna? Huh? Then Yudhishthira Maharaj gave answer. Do you know what answer he gave? Huh? You know, Mr. Huh? You don't know. This Mahabharata TV is famous. Everywhere throughout the world it was shown, I think. And many people, most people see it. Huh? So that is it. Tarko pratishtha srutaya vivinno nasa vrisijasya matana bhinnam dharmasya tutto nihito guhaya mahajana jena gata sapadha. That answer he gave. Do you understand, Mr. Raj? Huh? Raj? Yes. Huh? Mahajana jena gata sapadha. तर्क प्रतिष्ठ श्रुतय विभिन्न नासा वृषिजस्य मतन भिन्नम धर्मस्य तत्व निहित गुहाया महाजन जन गत सपंथा. You cannot establish Vedic truth by dint of your material logic or arguments. Do you understand? By dint of your material logic and arguments, you cannot establish Vedic truth. No material argument and logic should be added to it. If you add to it, then it will become different, and different. You follow me? Different philosophies, different theories will come out. Different. Srutaya vibhinna. Do you understand? Nasa vrisijasya matana bhinna. Therefore we find here, many philosophers are there, many philosophies are there. Do you understand? Many philosophers are there and many philosophies are there. And every philosopher, through his philosophy, has shown a path. Do you understand? And all path differs from one another. The people are builder. Yes, this philosopher, we say Muni. In Sanskrit, we say Muni. This Muni says this thing, and he shows this path. And this Muni came, he says, no, this is the path. That Muni came, no, this is the path. That Muni came, no, this is the path. So many Munis, many paths. So which is the path? We are builder. Which path we have to follow? Then, this is bewilderment. Then question is, which is the path? We have to follow. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj answer, Dharmasya tattva nihita guhaya mahajana jena gata sapantha. Those who are Mahajanas, they have shown the path and just follow the path shown by Mahajanas. Then there will be no question of bewilderment. Do you follow? Then next question comes, who is Mahajana? Who is Mahajana? Or who are Mahajanas?
One who is surrendered to Krishna. One who is surrendered to Krishna.
Yes. In Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find there are 12 Mahajanas. Dvadas Mahajana. 12 Mahajanas. Swayambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kapila, Kumara, Manu, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma, Bali, Vyasaki, Vayam. 12 Mahajanas. Swayambhu means Brahma is a Mahajana. Narada, Muni is a Mahajana. Sambhu, Shivaji. Swayambhu, Narada, Sambhu. Shivaji is a Mahajana. Swayambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kapila. Kapila Dev, Lord Kapila, son of Devahuti. Do you understand? Is Mahajana. Kapila, Kumara, 4 Kumaras are there. Do you understand? Sons of Brahma, they are Mahajanas. Manu is Swayambhuva Manu, is Mahajana, who has given Manu Sanghita for the mankind. That Mahajana. So, Prahlada, Maharaj is Mahadana. Huh? Janak Maharaj is Mahadana. Bhishma is Mahadana. Huh? Bali Maharaj is Mahadana. Huh? Then Vyasaki Sukadev Goswami is Mahadana. And Jamraj is Mahadana. These 12 Mahadanas. You understand? 12 Mahadanas are there. Srimad Bhagavatam says. And one may say, like, there are 12 Mahadanas. They have they shown 12 paths? Huh? If Yudhishthira Maharaj says, Mahadana Jena Gata Sapantha, you should follow the path shown by Mahadana. The Bhagavatam says there are 12 Mahadana. So have they shown 12 paths? Huh? Then another confusion comes. Huh?
Same path.
No, those Mahadana have never shown 12 paths. They have all shown one path. Do you understand? What is that path? Dharmasya tattva nihito guhaya Mahadana jena gata sapantha. They know the dharma tattva, Vedic tattva, Veda tattva, and Veda dharma tattva. It is in their heart, and they have shown the path. And we have to follow that path and follow their footprints. Then there is no question of bewilderment. Do you understand? Then it should first determine who is Mahadana. A simple definition of Mahadana, who is completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna, who is dear devotee of Krishna. Do you understand? That is the chief symptom of Mahadana, Sadhu Mahadana. A sadhu, complete sadhu, dear devotee, complete surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna is Sadhu Mahadana. This sadhu. As for example, this, what is it? Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad is one of the Mahadanas. Huh? Prahlad Maharaj says, Ekanta Bhaktir Govinde Jatat Sarvatra Tadikhanam. Huh? Do you know this, Mr. Arjuna? Mr. Raj? Huh? Have you heard the name of Prahlad? Huh? Yes. Ekanta Bhaktir Govinde Jatat Sarvatra Tadikhanam. Develop another devotion unto Lord Govinda, Krishna. Do you understand? Then, Sarvatra Tadikhanam. You'll see him everywhere. Do you understand? You'll see him everywhere. Wherever you look, you'll see him. Do you understand? Because he has seen. His father was a great demon, Hiranyakasipu. Do you understand? He had no faith in Krishna, Supreme Lord, great atheist. Huh? Thinking, I am the Lord. I am Ishwar. Who is he? You are saying you're Narayana, Ishwara, Vishnu, Ishwara, or Krishna, Ishwara. Where is he? Then he is Mahadana, he sees, he is a great devotee, he's completely surrendered. He everywhere sees. Oh yes, he is everywhere. Is he here? Here? There in this stone pillar? Pointing out a stone pillar. He said, is it there? Stone pillar. He looked, oh yes, he's there. Because Sarvatra, wherever he looks, he sees. Then he drew out that great, his sword, that demon, his father. Alive. Will he come out from it? He will not come out. I'll chop off your head with this sword. Do you understand? Then he broke that stone pillar. Then Lord Nrsimhadev came out. Do you understand? Yes. So, Ekanta Bhaktir Govinde Jata Sarvatra Sadikhanam. That Mahajan says. Develop Ekantika Bhakti, your knowledge devotion unto Lord Govinda Krishna, then you can see him everywhere. And that's a fact. Sarvasya Prabhava Bhatta Sarvam Pravartate iti Bhatta Bhajante Mang Buddha Bhava Samannita. I quoted that. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, I am the source of all emanations. Everything has emanated from me. Do you understand? Does you know this thing? That means everything is related to me. There's only one relationship. That is relationship with Krishna. No other relationship. And the chief relationship. Those who have established that relationship, they can see Krishna everywhere. You understand? And such a devotee dear devotee, complete surrender to Krishna, he sees Krishna. Krishna gives him darshan everywhere. Jahan netra pade, tahan dekho yavar. Wherever he looks, he sees me. And also you find in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Jamang pasyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pasyati, tasyang na pranasyami, sasame na pranasyati. Yes, right. One who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am not lost sight of him and he is not lost sight of me. He sees me and I see him. Do you understand? This is Bhakta. This is Mahajana. Do you understand? So everything belongs to Krishna. There is nothing that we should say belongs to us. Do you follow? No, that's not a Mahajana. But here, conditioned soul captured by Maya, they say, I, mine. This is bewilderment. Then you have to go and approach such a sadhu and Mahajana and hear from him. Hear from him. But he says, just adopt that process. Then you'll be free from the clutches of Maya and there will be no bewilderment. And Krishna is known as Ishvara Parama Krishna Sasidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Brahma Samhita says. Krishna is Parameswara, Supreme Lord. He has a form, body, which is Sachidananda, Sanamaya, Chinmaya, Anandamaya. Full of eternality, full of knowledge, and full of blissfulness. You understand? Full of blissfulness, Anandamaya. Paramanandamaya, supremely blissful. Do you understand? This is Krishna. Do you understand? If will be, if will be attached to him, constantly attached to him, then you'll have this blissfulness. Do you understand? Ananda, all blissfulness, all happiness. No question of suffering or distress is there. But here, in this material world, is there any ananda? Is there any pleasure? Mr. Ras, are you happy? Are you peaceful? Huh? Here is no ananda at all. There is no happiness at all. This is Dukhalayam. Krishna said it is Dukhalaya. Asaswatam Dukhalaya. This material world is temporary. It is created and it will be annihilated. It's not eternal at all. It's temporary. Isn't it? All have been suffering. All have been afflicted with three tapas. Adhyatmiko, Adidaiviko, Adibhutiko. Do you follow what is that? Huh? Understand? Mr. Ras? Huh?
He's trying to understand. He's trying to understand.
No, if you understand, say yes or no. No, say trying. Yes or no. Pointed answer. You understand? Yes, I know it. I understand. I don't know. You understand? All your doubts should be cleared. If there is some doubt, tinge of doubt, sansayatma vinasyati. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. If there will tinge of doubt, you will perish. There should be no doubt at all. Adhyatmiko, Adidaiviko, Adibhautiko. Three tapas. Do you understand? Three types of heat. What is the heat? Tapa? Huh? Huh? What do you say in English? Heat. Tapa means heat. Do you understand? We get light and heat from sun, from fire. That is heat. Tapa. Do you understand? Three types of tapas. All have been applied here. Adhyatmika, Adidaivika, Adibhautiko. Adhyatmika means is related to the body and mind. The body and mind. The affliction, the tapa, afflicted, the distress comes from body and mind. That is Adhyatmika. Adidaivika, The suffering and distress comes from the demigods. Earthquake is there. Huh? Falling of thunderbolt is there. Excessive rain is there. And no rain is there. Do you understand? These sufferings, this distress come from demigods. That is Adi Daivika. Adi Bhautika. That comes from other animals. Do you understand? Tiger, lion. Do you understand? They come and attack. Do you understand? And some thief or robber may come, stab you, rob your all your wealth. Yes. Do you understand? These are there. Huh? Ant bites, snake bites. Huh? Bugs are in the court, they also bite. Do you understand? Huh? These are sufferings also. This is from Adi Bhautika. Now, all have been afflicted here. And it is here in this material world. It's such a platform. This material world. This dukkha, temporary and full of misery. No ananda at all. No happiness at all. A little happiness and ananda that you get, that is through sense enjoyment. Do you follow? Sense enjoyment. That is for material enjoyment, sense enjoyment. But it is not really ananda or happiness. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Jehi sansparsja bhoga dukkha jonoyo yepate adyantavanta kaunteya nate suramate buddha. That sense enjoyment, the enjoyment or happiness, pleasure, you get and derive through senses. That is very fleeting pleasure, fleeting happiness, fleeting. Just in the beginning, some little, and consequence is unlimited misery. Dukkha zonaya, unlimited misery. Do you understand? So whose consequence is unlimited misery? Is it really pleasure, enjoyment? Mr. Ras? Is it really pleasure and enjoyment whose consequence is unlimited misery? Do you think so? No. Whose consequence unlimited? How will it be? Real pleasure and enjoyment and happiness. Whose consequence is really happiness, pleasure and enjoyment. That is real pleasure and enjoyment. Now here it is quite completely upset here. So this is such a platform. Do you follow? No? How can you get pleasure and happiness here? Krishna says, I am. He is Sachidananda Vigraha. He is the source of all pleasure and ananda. Do you follow? His lotus feet is such a place. There is no fear, no lamentation, and no distress, no death at all. Do you understand? Abhoya charana aravinda. His two lotus feet. Krishna's two lotus feet is such a place. There is no fear, no lamentation, and no distress. Even no death, that is. To follow Mr. Ras. And that is the only shelter. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Paritejya Mamekam Saranam Braja. His last thing, most concluding instruction, confidential instruction again. Sarva Dharman Paritejya Mamekam Saranam. Giving up all varieties of dharma, just surrender unto me. Do you understand? That is, that Prahlad Maharaj says the same thing. Their Mahajan says the same thing. All 12 Mahajan, they have said this one thing. To take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. Ekanta bhaktir govinde jata sarvatra tadikyanam. Do you understand? They have never shown 12 different paths. They have shown only one path. That is to take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Then you'll be eternally happy, blissful, because that is the source of all happiness, blissfulness, eternality, and knowledge, Sachidananda. The Mahajanas, those who are Mahajanas, they have said so. And one of them, the Mahajana is Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur. In our line of this. Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya. Do you understand? Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Hmm. So Mahajana, he has said, he is known as seventh Goswami after six Goswamis. He is known as seventh Goswami. Hmm. He has written many books. Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur. All Vedic truths are there in song form, very nice songs. Very nice songs. Each song you'll find all Vedic truths. Very nicely he has presented. So we must hear from him. So I'll sing that song Bhakti Vinod Thakur has written, and you'll find, and if you adopt it in your life and accept it, follow this path, then there will be no question of suffering at all. No question of happiness at all. You'll find all pleasure, all happiness, all blissfulness. No bewilderment at all. Do you understand? আমার বলিতে প্রভু আর কিছু নাই, আমার
বলিতে প্রভু আর কিছু নাই,
তুমি আমার মাত্র পিতা বন্ধু ভাই,
তুমি আমার মাত্র পিতা বন্ধু ভাই,
বন্ধু দ্বারা সুত সুতা তব দাসী দাস,
বন্দারা সুত সুতা তব দাসী দাস,
সেই তো সম্বন্ধে সবে আমারও প্রয়াস,
সেই তো
সম্বন্ধে সবে আমারও প্রয়াস, ধন জন গৃহ দ্বার তোমারও বলিয়া, ধন
জন গেহ তোমার বলিয়া,
রক্ষা করি আমি মাত্র সেবক হইয়া,
রক্ষা করি আমি মাত্র
সেবক হইয়া, ভালো মন্দ নাই জানি সেবা মাত্র করি, ভালো
মন্দ নাহি জানি সেবা মাত্র করি,
তোমারও সংসারে আমি বিষয় প্রহরী,
তোমার
সংসারে আমি বিষয় প্রহরী, নিজ সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করি আরো, নিজ
সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করি আর,
ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ সার, ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ সার। This Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahajan has said, আমার বলিতে প্রভু আর কিছু নাই. Oh Lord, there is nothing that I say belongs to me. Everything belongs to you. That's a fact. Do you understand? তুমি আমার মাত্র পিতা বন্ধু ভাই. You are my father. You are my friend. You are my brother. You are everything for me. Yes, because we have only one relationship. Aham sarvasya prabhava. Do you understand? Everything has emanated from him. It is source of all emanation. Everybody, everything is related to him. And this relationship is eternal relationship and eternal loving relationship. Yes. Not mere relationship, eternal loving relationship. This is based on pure love. Do you follow, Mr. Ras? That is says. বন্ধু দ্বারা সুত সুতা তোমার বলিয়া হ্যাঁ রক্ষা করি আমি সেই তো সম্বন্ধে সবে আমার প্রয়াস বন্ধু দ্বারা সুত সুতা তব দাসী দাস সেই তো সম্বন্ধে সব আমার প্রয়াস হ্যাঁ ও লর্ড হোয়াট আই সে মাই ফ্রেন্ড মাই ওয়াইফ my son, my daughter, they are all your servants and maid servants. Do you understand? Nothing mine. You are all servants and maid servants. Ekali Ishwara Krishna Arsa Vritya. Do you understand? Krishna is the only Supreme Lord. All else are his servants. No, nobody is master. Only Krishna is the master. All are servants. Do you understand? That is Vedic truth. So my friend is your servant, my wife is your servant, my son is your servant, my daughter is your servant. Everybody is your servant. Tabadasi das. Saita samande sabe amar prayas. That is only relationship. And we should establish that relationship. Relationship with Krishna. That is the perfect, eternal, perfect, loving relationship. You will follow. But we have forgotten that thing and we have not established that thing. We have established a relationship with this body. Do you understand? It is bodily relationship. Those who are related to the body, we say they are related to. And those are not related, they are others. They are mine and they are others. Do you understand? Para apne. Mine, others. Because of this body relation. This is material relationship. And this temporary relationship. As long as this body is there, that relationship is there. When this body is finished, dead, relationship is finished. But we have this eternal, perfect, eternal, loving relationship with Krishna. It's eternal. It's not temporary. It's a loving relationship. This is the only relationship. And we have to establish that relationship. Then there will be no trouble at all. Do you understand? But as long as we have in this bodily relationship, you'll find this relationship give you all trouble, all suffering, all problems, put you all problems. Do you understand? And it's temporary. Any moment, it is broken. But it's never broken because it's eternal and perfect, loving relationship. And this relation based on pure love. So we have these 5 types of relationships. If we categorize our relationships here in this material world, we'll find 5 types. Father and son relationship, husband and wife relationship, master and servant relationship, friend and friend relationship, and other relationship. Isn't it? 5 categories. It may come up within 5 categories. And these are all we have established in bodily relationship, temporary relationship. This gives you all trouble, all suffering, all problem. Isn't it? Your wife gives you problem, your son gives you problem, puts you in trouble, your daughter puts you in trouble, your friend puts you in trouble, based on give and take relationship. Isn't it? As long as you are giving them nice thing, yes, very good, nice, my father is nice, my husband is nice, very nice, my friend is nice. There's some discrepancy there in giving and taking, very bad. It's broken. Isn't it? That relation is broken. Then that's divorce. The wife divorce the husband, husband divorce the wife. Isn't it? And the son turns into enemy. Isn't it? That's going on daily in this material world. Today is friend, tomorrow it is enemy. Kale mitra okale opor. Isn't it? Kale mitra okale opor. Today friend, tomorrow enemy. What is this relationship? Because it's not true relationship. And you have not established true relationship. The eternal loving relationship we have with Krishna. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Saito Samande Sava Amar Prayas. Oh Lord, that is our prayas, that is our effort. We should establish relations with you, which is perfect, eternal, perfect, loving relationship. Do you understand? It's all based on blissfulness, ananda, eternality, full of knowledge and blissfulness. No question at all. Yes. You are servant of Krishna. Your wife is made servant of Krishna. Your son is servant of Krishna. Daughter is servant of Krishna. Friend is servant. Everybody is servant of Krishna. That's it. Dhana dhana grihadwara tomara bolya. Raksha kari ami matra seva koya. Lord, everything. This house, home belongs to you. This wealth belongs to you. Huh? The family belongs to you. It's not my family. Your servants. That's why your master. They're all servants. So they belong to you. Krishna's samsara. Krishna parivar. Not my family. It belongs to Krishna. Krishna parivar. Huh? Dhana, jana, gruha, dwar, everything. Raksha kari, who am I? I am your servant. Raksha kari, ami matra seva koya. I am just taking care of it. Your family, your house, your family members, your property, everything. I am taking care of it as a servant of yours. Do you understand? But I am not the master. You are the master. You are the proprietor. I am not the proprietor. One who has property is a proprietor, isn't it? One who has property is a proprietor. So every property, everything belongs to Krishna. The Krishna is the only proprietor. Is there anybody who can say, I am proprietor, any property you are? Huh? Huh? Is this body is your property? Huh? This body is not your property. It all belongs to Krishna, isn't it? So Krishna is the only proprietor. But a builder soul, conditioned soul says, oh, this is my property, this is my landed property, this is my bank balance, oh, I'm proprietor. This is criminal mentality, this is criminality, nothing else. Crime you are committing. Huh? Saying Krishna's property mine. Do you follow? Therefore you suffer here. So punishment comes to you. Do you understand? Janma mrityu jara vyadhi, bad death, old and these are punishments inflicted on you by Maya. Because you say Krishna's property mine. Great criminal. Great criminal. Do you understand? Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, no, oh Lord, everything belongs to you. I just take care of it. Huh? For your service, for utilization of your service. Huh? As a servant. As a servant. You have entrusted this responsibility on me to take care of your property, your family members, for your service. Do you understand? Example you'll find in Ramayana. Example is there in Ramayana. You know Ramayana? Ramayana is also TV, huh? Worldwide, huh? And famous story, all people like it. Huh? Lord Ram, son of Dasarath, eldest son, and you know Bharat, huh? His brother, Ram's brother. Lord Ram was to be king, isn't it? Proclamation was there. Tomorrow, Ram will sit on the throne, will be king. Dasaratha, his father, proclaimed. But in the night, everything changed, completely changed by the politics of Kaikeyi, one of the wives of Dasaratha. She said, no, my son Bharat would be king. Ram would go to forest for 14 years, isn't it? So everything changed within the night. In the morning, instead of sitting on the throne, Ram went to forest. You understand? So when Ram went to forest, then Bharat was not there at that time. He was in maternal uncle's house. That was a great shock to Dasarath. He died. Bharat was called for. Bharat came, understood everything. This is the politics of his mother. Then he went to Lord Ram, staying close by, nearest forest. Requested Lord Ram, please come back. He said, no, you would be king. Our father, Guru Jam, has ordered this thing. I'll go to forest. No, how can I be king? You are the king, I am your servant. How can servant will sit on the master's seat? Huh? I am your eternal servant. You are the king. You are the master and the servant. It cannot be. It cannot be. Do you understand? But Lord Ram didn't return. No, what our father Gurujana said, we just execute it. That is good for you and good for me. The light, I am not at all king. I cannot sit on that throne, which is your seat, my master's seat. I am servant. Then he took his wooden sandal, put it on the throne and proclaimed Lord Ram is king. Isn't it? Who am I? I am his servant. I am just managing their affairs, administrative affairs, ruling on his behalf. Do you understand? As a servant. Do you understand? He never. This is example there before us. Do you follow? This is before us. Bharat didn't say I am king, I am Lord Ram. So Krishna is the master, house master. He's sitting there. He's sitting there on the throne. Grihastha must have his duty. He must alter, he must sit. Huh? If someone comes with the house master, oh, he is house master. Krishna, who are you? I am his servant. I am just managing his family, his house, his property for his service on his behalf. That is the real thing. So there will be no problem at all. No saying of I, mine, everything goes to him. The Mahajana said, that is very good. There will be no suffering at all, no problem, no trouble at all. You say I and mine, this delusion, all trouble, all suffering comes. Do you follow? That's it. সেবা ভালো মন্দ নাই জানি সেবা মাত্র করি তোমার সংসারে আমি বিষয় প্রহরী I don't know whether I'm doing good or bad. I am just serving you. I am servant, just engaged in your service under the guidance of bona fide guru, your bona fide representative. Do you understand? You don't know how to serve the Lord. So his bona fide guru is there. Take shelter of guru. He will teach you, tell you how you can serve. Do you understand? So I'm just serving. I don't know whether I'm doing good or bad. Seva matra kori. I'm servant, I'm serving. নিজ সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করিয়ার ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ I won't do anything for my own pleasure and happiness. I'll do everything for your pleasure and happiness. If Krishna is pleased, then just means to stay jagat tushta, whole world will be pleased because he is the source of emanation of all world. Do you understand? That is the philosophy. This Mahajana says. Mahajana Janagata Sapantha. They have shown the path. Just we have to follow. Then there is no trouble at all. No problem at all. If you create our own path, manufacture our own path, then we invite, welcome all trouble, all problems. That is we face. Do you understand? All right, thank you. Any question? Any question? No question? All you understood what I said? All of you? Huh? Clear? You understood?
Yes, to what extent is it lawful for us to use traditionalist sources? For instance, is it lawful for us to use metals, minerals, in order to manufacture
Yes.
necessities for ourselves? But not to the extent of building factories, essentially.
What's this?
He's asking if it's all right for us to use. He gave the example of metals and minerals
Huh?
to make necessities for life.
Huh?
But is it okay to use? But he says actually that it shouldn't be right to use Krishna's property like that.
Everything belongs to Krishna.
So how much can we use it?
Everything should be utilized for his service.
Just for
For his service, nothing for ours. Do you understand? His happiness, his pleasure. Do you understand? We should offer all pleasure, all enjoyment to him because he is the only enjoyer. We are not enjoyers.
I mean, is it right for us to take stuff out of the earth, minerals and metals out of the earth?
That everything belongs to him. And these are all meant for his service, for his enjoyment.
We make things.
Yes, whatever you do for his pleasure, his enjoyment, or for him enjoyment. Then you will get enjoyment, happiness. Otherwise, if you utilize it for yourself, you'll suffer. You'll put all distress and suffering and pain. Do you follow? That is what. Jasmin Tuste, Jagat Tuste. Whatever you see here, if these are all paraphernalia for Krishna's service. Because everything belongs to him and it is meant for his enjoyment. It should be utilized for his service and for his enjoyment. Best. I am his servant. I am meant for his enjoyment, for his pleasure. I will offer such service that will please him. My master will be pleased. My master is pleased, then servant will get pleasure and happiness. If master is displeased, how the servant will get pleasure and happiness? Do you understand? He is the master. We are all servants. But this is all paraphernalia. Whatever you see here is all for his service, for his enjoyment, nothing for ours. That Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Nija sukha lagi kichu nahi kori ar bhagati vinoda bole tava sukhata. I won't do anything for my pleasure and happiness, everything for your pleasure and happiness. Do you understand? Now how will it be that you cannot understand it? One who is a dear devotee of Krishna is a guru, to representative of Krishna, who knows Krishna. Do you understand? You should take shelter of such a person. He will teach you how you will offer loving service to Krishna. How Krishna will be pleased. Do you understand? He knows. As for example, in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna fought. Do you understand? Arjuna fought and killed his kith and kin, his brothers, his friends in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And that pleased Krishna. Do you understand? That gave pleasure to Krishna. Do you follow? Yes. The what will give pleasure to Krishna? What Krishna wants from me, I don't know. And who knows? I must approach such a person. Only Krishna can say, who is very intimate to Krishna, dear to Krishna, who knows Krishna, that is Sadhu Guru Mahajana. Do you understand? Sadhu Guru Mahajana. Do you understand? Yes. Through him, Krishna says, speaks. So we should do it. Then Krishna is pleased. Then everybody is pleased and you will be pleased. You will get real pleasure and enjoyment. Otherwise, you will get all suffering, distress.
I know that much.
Huh?
I know that much. About the suffering.
Yes. Otherwise, there will be no suffering at all. Do you follow? This is the teaching of all Vedic literature, teaching of Bhagavad Gita, teaching of all Mahajanas. Do you understand? Yes. Hello.